So Sean and I just pushed his CRX on out. I pulled the engine on out of it for him. Dang, look at how monster trucking this thing is without an engine in it. So it's just like that because he's got EG struts on this thing. So it has a lot of compression for the little bit amount of weight that this thing has. But went ahead and pulled the engine out for it. It drove in. The car drove great, but it burned quite a bit of oil. Sean wants to go through it, kind of go through the training, do some synchros, and just revamp the bearings and everything, make sure it's all good. But so now that that's out, I got a whole list of engines I need to pull this week. So I currently pulled the Freedom Civic in. I've got my Red EG there. I need to pull the engine out and go through it so you guys can see the damages, because I pulled the oil pan and let me tell you, it doesn't look pretty in there. But I also need to pull the engine out of this silver one. It's just a casual B swap, and then this white CRX right here is a B swap and a turbo kit. So I've got a whole list of engines I need to pull. We've got one down and 4 more to go. One down and 4 more to go, so let's get on this thing. Oh baby, Gear X diff for the all-wheel drive. Another GoPro. Sick. Dude, that is awesome. Gonna get the PPG together real soon now. Just gonna get some dip bearings in, and then we'll be rocking. So I got the old Freedom Civic inside on the lift now. We're just gonna be going ahead and pulling the engine, going through it, giving it a refresh, and just making sure this thing is ready to put down the power. So first off, I just drained the coolant. I pulled the radiator and the overflow and got that stuff out of there. I already unplugged the O2, it's the wideband, and I'm gonna be pulling this front end manifold off here. So then the whole front, besides the slave cylinder, will be vacant, and I'll be able to work my way back and then down underneath, and I'll just pop the axles out, and the engine should drop right out the bottom. Still got the wheels on, got to pull those off and all that, but other than that, this thing is super clean. Everything's kind of right here, right out in the open, super easy to pull off, so shouldn't take too long at all. Looks like the boost solenoid someone already started. Now it's only a 3-port, so they were trying to give it all the boost. All right, boost pipes all out, manifold, turbo, all that is out of here. Got quite a bit of room up front now. Started unplugging stuff, got it unplugged all the way back to about here. Gonna come around, gonna bring it down a little bit, go work on the backside on the intake and stuff. I disconnected all these lines over there from the catch can so they can just stay on the motor and drop down with it. That'll be fine, easy, simple stuff. Once I come down, I'll be able to unplug everything over there. This is kind of crazy. It says it's a B18 B1, but it's got a GSR oil pan on it. So it should actually, I'm surprised it runs as well as it does, because the pickup is really close to the bottom of the oil pan with the GSR oil pan on there. But yeah, this thing is tight. Awesome guys, so up top I have everything unhooked. All the wires, all the lines, coolant lines, heater lines. Most of the heater lines on this engine were deleted, so I really just had to run the fuel clips down underneath here, make sure all the wiring was against the firewall here and out of the way, undo all the grounds, make sure the feed line was gonna come with the engine, and then make sure over here that all this would allow the engine to come down if I just started lowering it right now, which, as you see, I just lifted it right off. It would allow the engine to drop and it wouldn't cause any issues. So now I just need to go up and I'll start pulling. That's bothering me. Now I just need to go up and I'll start pulling the axles, and then I'll get the T-bracket off as well while I'm down there, and then I'll bring the engine down and I'll just pull these, or bring the car down and I'll just pull these 2 engine mounts and it should drop right out. I'll be there soon. Let's roll. All right, what's up? So I've got all the axles out, pretty much everything underneath down here done. See these T-bracket bolts, all that out. Everything's disconnected here, but the bitch pin. And so I just want to let you guys know, if you don't got anything laying around, if you just have a hammer and the parts on the car, you probably have a 10mm somewhere. So get yourself a little 10mm bolt, and it perfectly fits at the bottom of the bitch pin there, and it hammers right out. So check this out.
Got another round of improvement down.
See that just perfectly slides in there. You can hear the threads even grabbing because it's literally perfect fit, man. So it's a little bit looser than the pin itself because it doesn't try and spread out, you know. So the pin itself is a lot tighter, and you don't want to put a 10 in it to tighten it up and remove the pin with a 10, because then it'll shift really sloppy. So you want the pin in there, but the 10 is the easiest way I've found, besides an air hammer and an actual punch, to get that pin out. So just find yourself a 10 laying around, a nice decent long one will do the trick the best, and then just hammer that guy right out. It's not too hard at all. You don't need a crazy big hammer or anything. Just tap her out. Awesome, guys. So I got it all hooked up here. Everything's undone. Look, this guy wiggles. Woohoo! All right, so it's gonna be coming out here soon. Put a little tension on it so we can. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna go too far. All right, now we're all good there. Grab our nut out of there. Boop. Their studs are not happy. This one was loose too, I noticed. Yeah, see, like that. I noticed their studs were loose. Gotta go up a little bit. That's what I needed.
T-plate.
The T-bracket to fall out, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I am losing a little bit of track. Woohoo! Got her out of there. Only a little bit of training fluid, just because of the tilt of the right of my chains. They weren't the best spots. This one kind of wrapped around more towards the front, so had a little lean back on her because the diff is heavier back there. But we got it dropped out. Wasn't too much at all. Two engines out. Sean's 4Runner's running real good now. All his wheel bearings and brakes all taken care of. Get that thing back on the road. We're kicking ass today.
Heck yeah, get them all done.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to tie this stuff up and get it a roller again, but that's all right. I'm good at that.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I got all the bolts off the transmission now. It's gonna pop right off here, so then we can go ahead and get the gear stack out, get it all saran wrapped up, sent off. Get this guy face plated and ready to rock, so Cletus can just slam those gears. I'm sure he'll still wear them out, he'll still break them. Nothing's indestructible, and Cletus is one hell of a shifter. So I'm sure he'll destroy it, but we'll get it as strong as we can and as bad as we can so that Cletus can just hammer on this guy. And I'll get this guy right off right now. Let's do this thing.
Woo. All pressure wash. Let it drip dry.
Nice. Just got this one off.
Nice.
Got everything unbolted, everything undone. Gonna go ahead and pop the case off now and then get it stacked out. Got those out and all cleaned off. Gonna go ahead and get them all wrapped up and sent out. But we have been just cranking away. We got Brett Hunter's CRX head off and all ready for the springs and the valve stem seals. CRX is back up on the lift. Always got to put her up in the air at night. I just love looking at this all-wheel drive stuff down here and just really trying to collect some motivation to get this guy busted out. There's tons of work to do. I need to take my angle iron here and make a viscous coupler mount once my viscous coupler gets back from Tom and Milo. But we have just been cranking away. We've got two engines out today and a bunch more to do, but we've just been we have just been going at it as hard as we can and getting all these cars out of here. There's definitely like 6 more cars in this parking lot just a week ago, so it has been awesome watching them all disappear and driving my baby, of course. Love my girl Candy. But we got Steven's Civic here now as well. We're going to be doing a LS VTEC swap and putting some nicer pistons and rods in this guy. Since it is just a stock engine, we want the little brother to be making some power. So soon he'll be getting a little bit of upgrade, and we'll all be just cranking away. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe down below. This is GoofyBuilt, and peace out, guys.